Get in Ray Locker on this. Ray Locker, several observers argue that while America does keep suggesting that this war should end, that the violence and bloodshed should end, it's not doing much on ground to actually implement that sort of a plan because its arms sales are still going on. Just a month back, there was a $20 billion arms deal that was approved by the United States administration for Israel. So that sort of hypocrisy is always being talked about when it comes to the United States speaking about ending this war.
Well, what do you expect the United States to do? I mean, Israel has a right to defend itself. It has the money to buy arms. We're going to sell arms to Israel. Maybe somebody else wants to sell arms to Israel too, but the Israeli defense system is built on the framework of U.S. military supplies. So it doesn't make sense for them to get it from somewhere else. And I mean, Israel needs to defend itself. There's not a whole lot of difference between what I feel and what Adam and the professor feel. I mean, Hezbollah and Hamas started this. Everybody knows that Israel will defend itself. Everybody knows that sometimes Israel acts like a bully in its neighborhood, but it has to because it gets attacked all the time. And Hezbollah has been a destabilizing force in Lebanon for decades. I mean, when you hear about what the Lebanese president wants or prime minister, it doesn't really matter because in that part of Lebanon, Hezbollah calls the shots. And, they keep firing rockets into Israel. And it's good that Israel has the ability to defend itself with the Iron Dome system supplied by the United States. But they're going to keep doing it. The only reason the U.S. calls for a ceasefire but doesn't stop the arms is because all of this killing looks bad. They don't want it to get worse, but they don't really want to stop Israel from being able to defend itself against two notorious terrorist organizations who, if they were in control, would drive their countries back into the Stone Age, just like you see in Iran with the abuse of human rights for women and everything else. And so if that's what people want in that part of the world, well, they're not going to get much help from the United States.